Once upon a time, in a lush green meadow, there lived a colony of ants. The ants were a hard-working and organized lot, and they always worked together to ensure the well-being of the colony. However, one day, a menacing spider appeared in their meadow, and the ants' peaceful existence was threatened. The spider was large and imposing, with 8 hairy legs and venomous fangs. It had been terrorizing the meadow, catching and devouring any insect it could find. The ants were small and defenseless against such a fierce predator, and they were afraid for their lives. But there was one ant who was not afraid. She was a tiny little ant, but she had a big heart and an even bigger sense of courage. Her name was Ariana, and she had always dreamed of being a hero. Ariana decided that she would be the one to save her colony from the menacing spider. She knew it was a dangerous task, but she was determined to do it. So she set out on her mission, leaving the safety of her colony behind. As she wandered through the meadow, Ariana met other insects who were also afraid of the spider. She encouraged them to stand up for themselves and to believe in their own strength. She told them that even the smallest creatures could have a big impact, and that they could all work together to defeat the spider. Ariana finally found the spider's lair, a dark and damp cave at the edge of the meadow. She peeked inside and saw the spider sleeping, its legs curled up beneath it. Ariana knew that this was her chance. She crept into the cave, moving quietly and carefully so as not to wake the spider. As she got closer, the spider stirred and opened its eyes. Ariana froze in fear, but she quickly regained her composure and stood tall, staring the spider straight in the eyes. The spider laughed at Ariana, thinking that such a tiny ant could never defeat it. But Ariana was not deterred. She stood her ground and called upon her inner strength. She leapt onto the spider's back and started biting and stinging it with all her might. The spider roared in pain and anger, but Ariana did not falter. She kept biting and stinging until the spider was weakened and defeated. With the spider defeated, Ariana emerged from the cave victorious. She was met with cheers and applause from the other insects who had followed her, and she felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. Ariana returned to her colony, and the other ants greeted her as a hero. They sang songs in her honor and praised her bravery and resourcefulness. Ariana had saved them all from the menacing spider, and she had taught them that even the smallest creatures could have a big impact. From that day on, Ariana was known as the brave little ant who had defeated the spider. She continued to inspire others to stand up for themselves and to believe in their own strength. And the ants lived in peace and harmony, knowing that they could overcome any obstacle as long as they worked together and had the courage to face their fears. And so, the brave little ant became a legend in the meadow, a symbol of hope and courage for all who lived there. Her story was passed down from generation to generation, inspiring countless others to be brave, to be resourceful, and to always believe in themselves.